Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another live edition of the Chris and Amanda Show. Or if you're catching the replay of this, it's not so live; it's more like the replay of the Chris and Amanda Show. So,
It's yeah.
either way, we
Either
welcome
way.
you. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with us today. We really appreciate all of you who've been listening. And by the way, Amanda, looking at looking at the stats, the stats and analytics of the Chris and Amanda Show. You know what we've uncovered? What I've uncovered? Well, I shared it
What?
with you already, so this isn't really a big surprise. But like, we actually have a very large listening audience in
Yes.
the UK, like exponentially more in the UK than in the US.
I were you unaware of that until you just recently shared that statistic with me?
I was until I look. Well, recently I started looking, and I was
Yeah.
like,
I,
because for the longest time it was literally like the United States, India, and then like it'd be like Germany and UK, and
right.
then literally it looks like over the last like 30 days, like the UK fans, listeners have like kind of like embraced the Chris and Amanda Show. It's truly outstanding.
Which we know we have a cheerleader for our show in James Scott, but
We
he's
do.
a person in the UK. So to see that statistic, we just say hello, we welcome you, and thank you for tuning in from across the pond, as James Scott would say.
From across the pond. Yes. So we have a lot of listeners from across the pond, and we truly appreciate all of the support. So thank you all so much for doing that. And keep it up. Keep it up. It's fine. We
Yeah.
love it.
Keep hitting that play button.
Yes. We love it. So
We do.
thank you all so much for hanging out with us. So yes, we did miss an episode of the show. At least, if you follow us regularly on a weekly basis, because we do the
Yeah.
show live every week, and then we push it out on the audio stream, and you can watch the replays. But we did miss a week, not due to vacations or holidays. And I'm pretty sure, as you could tell from the quality of my voice, that and now if you followed us on social media, you may have known that. But if you're not, hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, Mr. Rona decided to stop by the house last weekend and just didn't leave for like a week.
He's still there. Let's be truthful.
He's still there. He's still there.
He's
But
still there.
slowly but surely, he's leaving.
Yeah, and that's just when we do a show that's live, we take the risk that there could be some weeks that unexpectedly we just can't do it. And
Yeah,
last week was one of them. So we appreciate everyone coming back, and we're glad that you're feeling better-ish.
better-ish. Yes.
That Rona needs to just go away. But boy, was it really fun. We did a reel for
Yes.
what are some like songs for Chris when he's sick playlist. And some of the suggestions were really funny.
They were really good. They
I,
were really good.
so if you want to get in there, since he's still not 100%, go to our Facebook group or our Instagram and look for that latest reel and add to the recommendations of what Chris should he listen to kick the Rona in the rear.
Yeah, well, it's getting there, and the songs did help. I will admit they definitely help. But yeah, if you want to join in some of the shenanigans that go on, we do have a free Facebook group that you could join, the Chris and Amanda Show Backstage Pass group. You can use the link in our show notes and a video description below to join. It's completely free. Come hang out with us, and you will have a voice in the show because we're constantly posting in there polls, funny stuff, asking for, I don't know, all kinds of stuff, suggestions. Like, your voice will definitely be heard.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great place to gather.
Such as this show for today. This show for today. We had a lot of good suggestions for this show for today.
And it's interesting to see and if you, I guess we haven't said technically, our show for today is what are some good songs to put on a Thanksgiving playlist? We thought it was
Yes.
appropriate timing wise. And so that was the theme. And we did have a lot of good suggestions in the group of what songs should live on a playlist that you would play on Thanksgiving. So, Chris, what are the rules here today when we're talking about Thanksgiving songs? Because I feel
Yeah.
like there can be, from our list to each other, there's some
Yes.
variance there.
There are some variants, but I think that so for today's purposes, I mean, typically if you're listening to the show, and this may be your first time listening to the show, how we
Mhm.
normally do the show is I share 3 songs with Amanda that I don't think she's ever heard before, and then she shares 3 songs with me that she doesn't think I've ever heard before, and then we rate and review those songs on a sliding scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a dumpster fire and 5 being music to our ears. However, today, and when we do these theme shows, we do
Mhm.
bend the rules a bit.
We
Um,
do.
Ever so slightly, especially the holiday-esque episodes or some of the
Yes.
list building episodes that we do. In this one in particular, what we're doing is we're rating it on a scale of 1 to 5 turkeys in its validity of being on a Thanksgiving playlist. So it's not necessarily whether or not we like the song or not.
Mhm.
It's more like, does it belong on a Thanksgiving
Mhm.
playlist on a 1 to 5 turkey rating?
Because there's I love the turkey ratings too, because gobble gobble.
Gobble,
And
gobble, gobble,
it
gobble.
just makes you wonder, like, what is a playlist? Because I find holiday gatherings very stressful,
Yeah, well, I think most people do.
and, like, to the point where we don't do them as a family. We don't go anywhere, and we don't invite anyone over. That's my solution.
That's your solution. Just cut
Pretty
everybody out.
It's pretty extreme, but,
Right.
it helps. So, it's been years since maybe I had to put on a playlist in a gathering of a Christmas or Thanksgiving
Right.
get together. So, I might some of my songs might be a little out of tune with reality.
However, though, like a lot of times too, like me, like we host, and whether I'm hosting or if we're going over something, I'm always cooking, right? I'm always cooking something. So I also like, I absolutely love to have, like, I like to set the mood while I cook, while I
Yes,
bake,
yes.
and I think it's really important to have the right kind of music for that, because like, you get lost in the cooking and the baking and the prepping
You
and all
do.
that and cleaning the house and all that stuff. So I also feel like it's important to like really set the mood, and I feel like having like a really good playlist with all that activity really helps. It really
I
helps,
I agree. I
and I think it
agree.
helps alleviate the stress a little bit.
I It's possible. So maybe our songs are a trigger, maybe they're, like, just the right medicine, who
Right?
knows? So we wanna hear from you when we're going over our list because, hey, we're not perfect, but
No,
we like good music.
we absolutely do. We absolutely do, and we actually put together a Spotify playlist
Mhm.
just for all of you and for us selfishly. But we're sharing it with all of you. But it is the Chris and Amanda show. It's the Thanksgiving playlist. It's 2022. It's in the link in our show notes. Actually, if you use our campsite.bio link, you will see it. It's the first thing on there. You can click it and it'll take you right to our Spotify playlist. And then that way you can enjoy it while you're cooking, while you're prepping, while you're driving around, while you're doing the hustle and the bustle of getting ready for the
Yep.
Thanksgiving feast or the day of, or you're traveling. That's another thing too. Like, traveling
The
is
travel.
big, and I feel like having, once again, the right kind of music while you're traveling, because we all know how stressful that can be, whether you're flying or
It
driving. It's not easy, man. It's not
it
easy.
it's true, and y'all know I'm a lover of true crime.
Oh yeah.
So it does seem a little inappropriate to listen to true crime if you're traveling or hosting something on, like, Thanksgiving or Christmas. I mean,
Right.
some holiday cheer is a little bit better than murder, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I would say so, but
Right?
but this is this is the inner workings of Amanda's mind. So
This is true, this is true. And speaking of Campsite Bio,
yes. Yes,
we
our amazing sponsor, campsite.bio. We are so happy to have them on board with us. So, yeah, before we dive into the show, we do want to thank our sponsor, campsite.bio, who have been sponsoring the show now for the last few weeks, and will be sponsoring us for the next several weeks as well. And I got to tell you, I absolutely love campsite.bio. I mean,
I
I'm a big
do.
fan. We've been talking about it on the show, but even before that, like, I've been using campsite.bio for pretty much over a year now, ever since I discovered it through another creator that uses it. And I was like, wow, I really like this over some of the other programs out there. And honestly, for me, it just comes down to like ease of use. Like, I love their
Mhm,
layout, I love their
mhm.
user interface. I also love too, like the amount of customer service that they provide.
Hmm.
Like it's fast, it's super friendly. Like when I was setting it up for the first time, I had some questions. Like they got right back to me. It was excellent. And I mean, and I think being content creators, right? We're content creators. There's over, I think at this point, like 200,000 content creators using campsite.bio. And we have a lot of links. Like we've
We
got our website.
do.
We've got all the places where you can watch and listen to the Chris and Amanda show. We've got our merch store. We just talked about our Spotify playlist.
Mhm.
We've got links to our Buy Me a Coffee and our featured artists. So I mean, all these different links are like we have to have them. Like they're just
Mhm.
all those links that I think as a creator you have to have those. So what campsite.bio does really well is like you can put everything in one spot. So it's not like click a link here and click a link here and go here. Like you can literally go to the link in our profile, click it, and have access to everything. It's amazing.
It's so much. I mean, yes, we should want people to go to our website, and we do. But if we're wanting people to take action and go somewhere and do something,
It's fast.
it is so fast. We respect our listeners' time, and it's great that it's all in one place that they can just click exactly where their destination needs to be. So we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you're looking for those integrations too, which is great, like our YouTube channel and our Spotify channels are all
Mhm.
integrated right there. And you can literally
Yeah.
click and listen and watch like right there in the app if you have to. It's awesome. I love it. And then data and analytics, it's great. I can see who came from where, who clicked on what. It really is for us as a growing brand and as creators, it gives you excellent insight as to what's going on. So I think that's really valuable. And if that's something you all find really valuable too, then I urge you to sign up, click the link in our show notes, and you can sign up for free. Or if you use the code, you get $10 off on a pro plan, which is what we have. And I absolutely love the pro plan. So do that today. Campsite.bio. Check it out.
Thank you. All
Woo
right.
woo. All right.
Meat and potatoes of the show.
Meat
Meat
and
and
potatoes, the
potatoes.
people who keep the lights on.
Turkey and cranberry sauce.
That's right. All right.
Turkey and green bean casserole. Let's do this.
So here we go. The Thanksgiving playlist. So we're talking about songs. So obviously there's on our playlist here, I think we have about 4 hours of music on our Thanksgiving playlist that we've created. However,
Perfect length of time.
we're only talking about 6 of the songs.
Yeah.
But if you feel like we're leaving something out, please let us know because we'll
Yep.
add it to the playlist. So let us
Easily.
know as the show goes along, or let us leave us a note in the Facebook group. But so today's show is all about, or maybe you have your own Thanksgiving playlist, which is great. So maybe these are some songs you may want to consider adding onto your playlist if you're looking for some more music to put on there.
You got it. Chris's
So
songs to me this week
Amanda Sharp.
were your first song to me was Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie
Isn't that the
by
best?
Day.
How
And the
fun is that
second,
to say?
it is, and to sing it is even more exciting. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. Your second song to me was I Want to Thank You by Otis Redding, which incidentally enough actually had made my list and then I took it off. So I'm so glad you represented it by having it on your list.
Yes.
And your third song, which I have some questions about,
I
was
knew you would.
is Mexican Wine by Fountains of Wayne.
I knew you would have questions about it, and I will answer all your questions.
So those are Chris's songs to me this week.
Right. So your songs to me this week, and I thought these were great because all but one of them I would have already have added to our
Sure.
Thanksgiving list for sure.
Okay.
But the other one you sent me, and I liked it, so I was like, this is really fun. So I'm glad that you sent that to me because that was one I didn't hear. So anyway, your 3 songs to me this week is the classic. You can't go wrong. Thanksgiving theme by Vince Guaraldi Trio. So
Mhm.
come on, let's go, everybody. Peanuts, Thanksgiving. Let's
Agree.
go. The best. Sweet Potato Pie by Ray Charles and James Taylor.
Whew.
Oof.
Whew.
And I love this. This is great. Stretchy Pants by Carrie Underwood. I had no idea about this song, so that was great.
So yeah, she's the one who bumped good old Otis.
Yeah, it's fine. But then I gave you the Otis
Yeah.
song, so
Yeah,
it was all good.
you did it. So do we want to go over our own songs, or do we want and then we both rate them? How do we want to do
So
the
I
turkey
say,
trot
all
here?
right. So I say, why don't you go through my songs, and I want
Okay.
to hear from you what you would give them on the scale
Okay.
1 to 5 turkeys,
Okay.
and whether or not they belong on a Thanksgiving playlist or not.
Okay.
even though they are on our Thanksgiving playlist now,
That's irrelevant.
but that's irrelevant.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with my favorite of your song choices were Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie. I mean, get out of here with this greatness.
So great. Jay and the Techniques.
If this doesn't just like, okay, can you not see someone in the kitchen singing into like a spoon? Yeah, like whipping some mashed potatoes.
I mean, come on. I mean, how fun is it to say Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie?
Oh gosh, it's just, and when I first tried to say Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie, I struggled. It was like a tongue twister
Right.
until you like hear it sung, and then you're like Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie. Oh gosh, it's so good.
It
What
is.
a ditty.
It is. It is such a great song. It's so much fun to listen to, and it really is like so much fun to like cook and clean to and bake. Like I was baking an apple spiced cake
Ooh,
this week.
look at you.
And I had this on, and it was great. And what I did too, because not that this is an ad for Spotify or anything, but I do love how you can like create a whole radio station out of one song.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
literally created a whole station out of this one song, and it's amazing. It was
Oh,
great.
I can imagine.
And I literally was like baking the entire time to like this, and then like all the songs like that followed it. It was awesome.
I mean, just a fabulous song. So I feel like what a quick little ditty, what a happy little tune. It's even though it's like a love song,
Yeah, but it's I feel like that's part of Thanksgiving now is like, you know what I'm saying, like
there's
family
love or
and
hate.
love and friendships and yeah, I mean listen, not everybody gets together and loves each other, but they
That's
try
right,
to
but
get
they
along
get
at least
together,
for
yeah.
dinner. Yeah,
Yeah, just make it through dinner.
yeah,
But it is a holiday of thankfulness. And I think this song just deserves to be on a playlist. I think this song alone could prevent a Thanksgiving brawl.
wow, I like that.
So for that statement, I give this song 5 turkeys.
5 turkeys. I
5
should
turkeys. It belongs on the playlist. It represents Thanksgiving. It could prevent a Thanksgiving disaster. Listen, Jay and the Techniques. 5 turkeys. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
gobble gobble gobble. I love it. Yes. All right. Well, great. I love that, and I'm glad you and I are on the same page with that and this actually is a song I'm gonna say that I didn't even discover until I will say recently. So when I say recently, I'm gonna say within the like
Sure.
last like 5 years or so.
Sure.
This was a song that just it came on my radar. I may have even heard it on Spot or one of the services potentially, and I was like, "What is this song?" And I Shazammed it. I remember I Shazammed it, so it must have come on somewhere, and that's when it came up. Jay and the Techniques, Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie. I'm like, "Ooh, I'm saving this one. This is great." And boom,
5 years ago, Chris was like, and I will use this someday.
I will use this someday. It
And
will
voila.
make the playlist.
And it did. It's
It absolutely
happy.
did.
So I assume
Yeah.
you're a 5 recorder on this. I mean, a 5 turkeyer on this as well then.
I am a 5 turkey on this because I do. I feel like it is a great Thanksgiving song. I think it puts you right in the mood. And when you talk about positive vibes, like I know. Listen, I'm not gonna be like naive to it, right? The holidays can be very very difficult for some people. Like
Sure.
it's not always a happy time,
Mhm.
and but I feel like a song like this like
Mm.
can help you come out of maybe that funk, and it may help you a bit. So I think it's a fun song. It's got a positive spin to it. Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
I like it. I like it. 5 turkeys.
5 turkeys. There
And
you
I'm
go.
fully aware I was holding up 10 fingers.
But remember, you used to do the
was
thing
gonna
where you
say.
trace your hands and make the turkey. So,
Yeah.
so technically, it's 2.
Yeah, I was holding up 2 turkeys. Gobble, gobble. This might be one of our cheesiest shows yet, but that's okay.
Right, but that's okay. So for those of you who liked the Disney show of the Chris and Amanda show, this one may be up there for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So your song that you shared with me is, of course,
Mm.
I mean, the one and only Thanksgiving theme by the Vince Guaraldi Trio. Does it get any more Thanksgiving than this?
I think
Does
all
this
of
not
his
instantly like paint the picture?
it does. Like, this is the travel song. Like someone walking to their neighbor's house to go to Thanksgiving
Right.
or drop off a little like pie or something. Is it not? Like, it's just oh
That I love. I like that image of like going to drop off a pie to your friend's house.
yeah. Like, think of this song and you just are like walking down the street with some happy Thanksgiving cheer in your hands.
It really is. It's hard to not feel a way, like to me it is a Thanksgiving song. It's amazing too that this song was released in 1973. That was it. So that was when that originally aired, that Thanksgiving show. I believe it was in 1973 is when that special aired on TV, that Peanuts Thanksgiving special.
The Peanuts, gosh, all those classics.
It's
The
just
Halloween, the
cool.
Christmas, yes, the Thanksgiving. Oh, I love them all.
It's just so good. I don't know. I feel like it's the ultimate Thanksgiving, and like I watch it every year. I haven't watched it yet. I usually wait till this week.
Sure.
This is the week that I will watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Oh gosh, to be brilliant and be able to convey so much with just the sound. No singing, no talking, just the sound.
Yeah. And
What
that's what makes
talent.
Vince Guaraldi like he was an amazing like just jazz musician, and to be able to like marry like the images of the Peanuts gang with his music, it's like they are so synonymous with each other forever. Like forever locked in, like the Vince Guaraldi sound and the Peanuts. Like you can't not help but think about it. And those holiday specials, I feel like they're generational because I know I watched them, and then I watched them with my kids, and even it just becomes like tradition, I think, in a lot of households, at least in our household, to watch the holiday special. So it's like you usually get Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and then Charlie Brown Christmas.
And the Pumpkin Waltz, I think is what it's called, is on our playlist for Halloween, because that is a solid staple into that season as well. It's just so good.
No, I love it. So I'm going to give this 5 turkeys because I think it belongs in every Thanksgiving play. I would guarantee actually that if you go on Spotify or Apple or wherever, any of these music apps, I will guarantee that if you see all the Thanksgiving playlists that are cobbled together from all the different, like, it's going to be on there. Like almost everyone is going to have the Thanksgiving theme there from Charlie Brown. And
I would say
have it.
There's got to be some memory attached to that song. I wish we lived closer together where we could go to the streets and be like, listen to this song. What memory do you think of? Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing.
One day.
Yeah,
one day.
But you know what? Our the people listening to this show, you could let us know. So send us an email over at the Chris and Amanda Show at gmail.com. Go to our social media accounts. We'll post it there. Let us know what you think about when you hear certain songs, especially that one. When you think about Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving theme by Charlie Brown, what do you think about? That's what I would love to know.
Oh, that's our inquiring minds need to know.
We need to know, especially all those UK listeners.
Absolutely. Okay. So Chris, your second Thanksgiving song to me this week was I Want to Thank You by Otis Redding.
Yeah, come on.
What do you say about this song?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's so classic, so classy. His voice, there's just not romance in a song like this anymore.
No, Otis Redding, I think he was the absolute master, I think, of conveying like that. You said that romance. And his voice is just unreal. It was unreal.
Like he could lure a woman over with this song.
Oh yeah. The opening lyrics are, I want to thank you for being so nice. I want to thank you for giving me my pride. Sweet kisses too. And everything you do.
Just come on over. Come on over.
Oh my God. It's so good.
So it may be, this song, I struggle a little bit with it because is it truly a Thanksgiving song or just a good Thanksgiving playlist song?
Well, I think once again, it's like in keeping with the theme of the what Thanksgiving means to people.
Mhm.
Like, and for me, like Thanksgiving isn't just food, which food's a huge part of it for me,
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean, it really it is a time to really, I personally love reflecting and thinking about like
Mhm.
all the people that have helped me throughout the year. And I think it's great to like, it's the thanks and the praise, right? Give
Mhm.
thanks to everybody who's helped you to get to where you are. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful that you're still able to wake up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So I think that like
amen.
just that's this song has that, like, I want to thank you, and it's basically like this open like love letter, and just expressing what he feels. And I think that's great. So that's why I feel like it belongs on a Thanksgiving playlist.
I dig that. I respect that. I think you're right. And it beats when Marcus calls for me. He's like, this is so embarrassing. Mom. I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm always embarrassing.
Just say it, Amanda
I'm gonna
Sharp.
say it. And I probably won't even do it right because it's gonna make it sound like he calls me like a dog. And I can't even remember the first time he did it. But he goes something like, here girl. It's so obnoxious. And it's a joke because of something in the past. But when he does it, I can't help but crack up because it just makes me laugh. So, would I prefer him to do some kind of love song like this instead to get my attention? You better believe it. Instead of calling me
Rather
like a
whistling
dog.
at you like one of the dogs.
And then they add the here, girl.
Do you get a treat afterwards?
No. No. So a love song would be much better. I wish I could do it. Maybe I'll get him to record it for me.
Please tell him to call into the hotline and record it
Yes, Marcus, this is your wife. Can you please call me the voicemail when you call me? Hey, girl.
and
and,
whistle.
and whistle. He'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So there's that. So I I gotta say, I think this is great. I think this fits on a playlist for all the reasons that you say. Is it exactly like Thanksgiving theme? Maybe not. But you know what? I'm giving it 5 turkeys regardless.
Wow. Okay. Five
It's a
turkeys.
classic.
I just, like I said, it's how it's what makes me feel. I think the whole thankful part of the Thanksgiving part
Mhm.
of Thanksgiving
Yeah.
sometimes gets a little lost. And
Yeah.
I feel like songs like this kind of remind you, like, about
Mhm.
that part.
Anchor you down into the true meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's important.
And I think the tone of Thanksgiving has changed so significantly
Yeah,
in the
it
last
has.
decade. I think it's really taken on this new life of its own in a really great positive like way that truly is about Thanksgiving, and I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So 5 gobble gobbles.
Five gobble gobbles. Five gobble gobbles. Okay. So your next song to me, Sweet Potato Pie by Ray Charles and James Taylor. This,
What a combo.
by the way, updated version of this song. Since this song was originally released, um, the song was originally released in 1988. Was when it was first released, and it is a James Taylor song. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes. So James Taylor originally wrote and recorded this song in 1988, and it was then redone as a duet with Ray Charles on August 31st, 2004. So actually it appeared then, and Ray Charles covered it, and he had James Taylor come on and duet with him on
And do
Ray
his song.
Charles' version. So but I thought that was awesome. And I mean, listen, it's Ray Charles, man.
I know.
great.
Gosh. I think in 2004 he's still doing this kind of music.
So good.
I can't.
And a good song is a good song, right? I mean, we talk about this all the time.
Mm.
So good.
And think of them musically, how different they are.
Right.
And to think that they collaborated and it turned into this, just amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, it's like such a great. It's so symbolic to see two great performers, two great songwriters, two great musicians, artists who are like both masters of their craft, like come together and just like make music. I just love it. I love it. I love when that happens.
And singing it so each other's way.
Yeah, like I always loved. Not that this is the same, but I always love the same. It's generational too, right?
Yeah.
And I always loved how you in that the one version, not to this song, but a different song, which is the Little Drummer Boy version with Bing Crosby and David Bowie. And I have always loved that version. And I think it's so great because I love how you have the two generations of artists and musicians who have come together to sort of both do their like I just love how that happened. And not that this is the same, but it's kind of the same.
Yeah, agreed.
And I love that. So
it's so
a great
good.
tune. Great tune, man. Great tune. So I think that it definitely belongs on any Thanksgiving playlist. I mean, sweet potato pie?
Yeah.
Do you like sweet potato pie?
No.
You're not a sweet potato pie person?
No, I'm not like a huge desserty person in general.
Okay.
Like I like the salty, the filling stuff.
The filling stuff.
The filling stuff, not the stuff that's going to put me in like a sugar shock and then give me a headache. Is that a surprise to anyone?
Not really.
Give me 4 plates of the food and I'll skip the dessert.
Yeah, skip the dessert.
Although, are you okay, let's talk about pies for a second.
Let's talk this out.
Let's talk this out. So if a pie is to be had though, are you a Cool Whip or like the kind of person?
You mean like whipped cream?
Yes.
So I am more of a fresh whipped cream person, like a Ready Whip or something like that over a Cool Whip.
Me too. The kind is really important.
Yeah, I like that much better. And actually, and too, with pie, the pie I prefer, and I make every year for Thanksgiving, is I make apple pie.
What kind of apples do you use in your pie?
I use Granny Smith apples.
Granny Smith apples.
Yep, I use Granny Smith apples because they are, to me, one of the best pie making. Still, and I've made pies with other apples, but I still love the way a Granny Smith apple tastes in a pie.
Interesting. See, it's so tarty to me. Like
well, they
sour.
can be tart, but I feel like they're good baking because when you have all the sweet in there, you get
Bridget's knocking on the door. I'm like, I'm recording.
You get the sweet. Hey, Bridget, you get the sweet mixed in with that tart, and that's what I like. I like that flavor profile. But but you're not.
No.
So what apple do you like inside your apple pie?
I'm not like something bland. Like, and it has to be like overcooked. I don't want to like have I want a soggy apple. Did I seriously just say soggy apple?
You did just say soggy apple. I want a soggy apple.
Somebody understands what I mean when I say I want a soggy apple.
Oh my God.
I'm going to get some hate here. It's okay. I'm used to some resistance.
I mean, listen, you know what you like. You like what you like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Soggy apples. Only in apple pies, though.
Only in apple pies.
Only in apple pies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm an apple pie person for Thanksgiving. And I do like pumpkin pie, but I feel like pumpkin pie is a little like overrated.
Agreed.
I would actually rather have, in my order of pies, it would be apple pie, pecan pie, sweet potato pie, and I would put pumpkin pie at the bottom of the list. That's how I do it. I mean, and these are pies for like, I love blueberry pie, I like cherry pie, but I don't really consider those Thanksgiving like desserts.
That's fair. That's fair. So what's your most favorite pie?
My most favorite pie would definitely be blueberry. I love a blueberry pie.
Okay. Ooh.
I love a really, really good blueberry pie. Oh.
Is there like a place around you that's like
no
really good at, so you have to like, how did you fall in love with blueberry pie then?
I don't know. I really like blueberries. So
interesting.
Yeah. Dave Mattingly checking in with number 1 peach pie. Great call, Dave. I like that. My father's a big peach pie person.
So is Marcus.
And number 2, coconut cream. Yep. Coconut cream is good.
I've never had a coconut cream pie in my life.
Really?
I am not worldly, as we can tell.
Boy, Amanda Sharp.
I know.
Gotta get you out to Jersey here.
The things we learn from the show.
I gotta get you guys to come out to Jersey just so I can like you can experience some cuisine. I'll cook for you. I'll bake for you guys.
I love it. Yeah, because we're very basic here. Not everyone in here is basic, just us. just
Just
the
us.
Sharp household. I didn't
Right.
even have shrimp until I was probably 30. Let's digest that. it's what do we do with me? What do we do with me, Chris?
I don't know.
Well,
But
I suppose
you are uniquely you. And that's what makes you amazing.
me. Oh, what I put everyone through. All right, so back to the music.
Back to the music. So anyway, I give Sweet Potato Pie, I give it 5 turkeys. It should be on every playlist. And actually both versions are really good. So I would even put both versions on the playlist.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's really fair. Very fair.
Because I think that I listen, I love James Taylor
Mm,
and I think that he's great. So I think that even having his version on there is a good way to go.
I like it.
Because
I-
here's his version. You know, similar.
It sounds so much more like a James Taylor song, though.
Yeah.
Instantly, like, yep, boom, right into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's great.
Right into his sound.
So I would put both versions. Actually, I'm going to put this version on our playlist now that I'm talking this out loud.
Bridget
So-
just found a wallet outside.
Nice. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Is it mine?
Oh, bummer. You know, we'll put it on. We'll find. Ooh, this will be. We'll make this a thing for the show. Whose wallet is this? Thanks, Bridget.
Chris and Amanda show where anything can happen. We'll
Anything
find
can
wallets.
happen.
We'll talk
Wallet.
music and find wallets.
Like, there's 2 people who walk the strip. Should be real easy to narrow them down.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, 5 records for both versions. Let's see.
Oh,
They come in a Thanksgiving pie song that I left off my earlier list. The Wood Brothers Shuffly Pie.
oh, nice.
I'm writing that down. I don't think I've ever heard that. I may have. I like that. Thank you. As always, Dave, for contributing to the show.
Yes. Let's
All
listen to
right.
a little Shoofly Pie real quick.
Oh, look at you just pulling it up. Ooh,
Why not?
what do we got going on here?
I mean, it's the Thanksgiving. We were talking about
What?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, oh, promising.
Uh-oh, this sounds like this this could be on Amanda's radar.
Oh, I dig it.
She
Uh-huh.
likes it.
Shoe fly pie. So, what is a shoe fly pie?
Oh, well, let Dave answer that.
Shoe fly, and I think I said shoe flea.
Shoofly?
Shoe fly pie.
You just made up your own. You just made up your own.
Cuisine.
You just made up your own song.
It's a shoe fly pie.
Shoofly Pie.
Dave, what is a shoe fly pie? Maybe it's a pie that you take to someone who you don't want to be friends with anymore.
Maybe.
It's not a peace offering. It's a we're done here.
It's an end of friendship.
End of friendship. And maybe a shoe fly pie is their least favorite pie.
Very possible.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for Dave to come in, what a shoe fly pie is.
Yes.
Let's talk about your third and final song to me, Chris Baglio. Mexican Wine by Fountains of Wayne.
It's great.
Okay, it's fine. But why is this Thanksgiving? Help me.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me all the things. Because
Well- Let me. Is that your first question?
yes, that's my one and only comment, really. Convince me where my turkey should be.
Okay.
I mean, it's cute.
Right. Of Mexican wine.
And what is Mexican wine?
It's the greatest. Like, this is such a great power pop song.
This was a Chris song.
Yes.
Like when I heard this, I was like, here we are. This
I
is
love
Chris.
Fountains of Wayne so much.
And I thought our lists were very similar in like we had like two kind of traditional and then a
Yeah.
little like throw in on more of our personality type thing. So talk to me.
So, even though when you listen to the lyrics to this song, it sounds like, wow, like it
Yeah.
starts off with a guy that gets basically killed by his cell phone, and then the
Yeah.
woman who like leaves her pills locked in her car and winds up like passing away because, and then the third one's kind of like, I forgot the third guy's kind of like nothing bad happens. So anyway, but like the point is that it's life is going to happen, and you can't control certain things that are going to happen in life, and you just need to really
Fair.
roll with it. And hey, have a glass of Mexican wine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Right.
life
Embrace
is going to
it.
happen. You're
Cheers.
going to have to roll with it. So you might as well just sit back and have a glass of Mexican wine and
Okay.
say, you know, hey, and
Life
try to
to be.
enjoy the finer things in life, because yes, weird things can happen at any time that we can't predict, and that you
Fair.
might as well enjoy life while you can, as much as you can, and kick back
Okay.
and have a glass of Mexican wine.
All right. So cheers to the mediocre things that happen in life.
To things you cannot predict or control.
Okay.
Things
All
are
right.
just going to happen. Life is going to happen. And that's why I love that line right there.
So I did not rate this one because I needed you to kind of talk me through this song a little bit more
Right.
from your perspective. So with this better explanation, I'm going to give it 4 turkeys because I can really get behind that message.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's what that's like, because when you first listen to it, you're like, yeah, like the song can kind of like, you're like, wait, this is kind of a morbid, like depressing song, but it actually isn't, because like I'm saying, it really comes down to like that, like, hey, enjoy life, like anything can happen, roll with it, like have the Mexican wine is like, that's what it is, kicking back and have that glass of Mexican wine, because you just don't know what's going to happen in life. And I think that's great. I think that's a great outlook. Like even like the chorus, like the
disagree.
chorus goes, but the sun still shines in the summertime. I'll be yours if you'll be mine. I tried to change, but I changed my mind. Think I'll just have think I'll have a glass of Mexican wine. And I think that's cool. Like
I like it.
the
I
sun
like
is
it.
still going to come up.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I think that it belongs on a playlist, on a Thanksgiving playlist, because you should be thankful once again for what you have, because it all could be gone tomorrow by
It's
things
true.
that are out of our control.
By a cell phone, nonetheless.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the first guy, he was killed by a cellular phone explosion. They scattered his ashes across the ocean. The water was used to make baby lotion. The wheels of promotion were set into motion.
I had a little bit of an issue with that line.
You
Like,
do?
I'm like, oh, they went there. They did.
Yeah.
They
Like,
did.
she lived alone in a small apartment across the street from the health department. She left her pills in the glove compartment. That was after that was the afternoon her heart went.
Right. It makes me think of Alanis Morissette's, like,
Yeah.
Ironic. Isn't it ironic? Like,
Yeah.
traffic jam when you're already late. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the third guy is a pilot who retires. I used to fly for United Airlines, and I got fired for reading High Times. My license expired in almost no time. Now I'm retired, and I think that's fine.
What is retirement, Chris Baglio? What is such a thing?
Well, I guess if you work for United, you could retire.
Apparently, that's where we were wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be doing this show until we're 100. We've already
right.
discussed that in a previous episode.
Yes.
What song was that we were, gosh, what song was that we thought like you were being like very sentimental about it? Like you would like your grandchildren to like listen to it and be like, hey, my grandpa like really was cool.
Oh, I can't remember now.
I'm going to have to find that
You'll have to
episode.
find
It was
that,
great. It was great. So, okay. 4 turkeys
For Mexican wine.
for Mexican wine.
See, now you're gonna think about that song in a whole different light.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it in a whole different way with your explanation. So thank you for pleading the case.
You are welcome. So your third song to me is the most Amanda Sharp song of all time.
Woo! Go, Carrie.
And I like that it already starts to have the holiday feel, because as we know, I mean, for most people, usually start listening to holiday music, like, it's okay to start listening to it this week because it's Thanksgiving week,
Absolutely.
but really, Thanksgiving Day is the official, to me, the kickoff of like listening to holiday music.
I love it.
I know for you, it's an all year round thing.
Absolutely.
But so this song to me was like, all right, she snuck in a little holiday thing, but it's really funny. This song, So Stretchy Pants by Carrie Underwood, hilarious. Oh, hilarious. And like, who doesn't wear stretchy pants on Thanksgiving? I mean, come on.
She references like the girl with the stretch or with the jeans on. She's like, you made a big mistake.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, you have to wear stretchy pants. I mean, if you plan on eating,
Yes.
you got to be prepared.
Yes. Thanksgiving is you eat as much as you can without throwing up.
Right. And you get comfortable.
The rules are
and you need
simple.
pants that will stretch.
Yes. Naps are often involved.
Yeah. No, believe me, let me gonna say this right now. Nobody's judging you on your clothing on Thanksgiving.
No.
Because everybody only has one thing in mind: hanging out, eating, and drinking, depending on what you drink. But however, eating is priority. And yes, there's so much good to eat. Like, and you gotta pace yourself because
Yes.
you can't just get the big plate right away. Like, you have to eat it in waves. And
Yeah.
usually, you know, all the apps and like, so in our house, it's like, you know, because we're Italians, it's like, so there's the antipasto and there's all kinds, so it's meat and cheeses and all that stuff
Yum.
is out. And yeah. And so you eat all that. And then starts Thanksgiving feast and everything gets laid out. And you can't just go in with a giant plate. You got to go, I'm going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, eat that. And then I'm going to go back for seconds, eat that. And then probably even a third.
Oh, yeah.
Usually after the third, I'm like, all right, I'm tapping out until then we'll like put out like dessert. And that'll be like the apple pie and, you know, we'll get the coffee going and, you know, some sambuca.
Gotta have
little things.
Gotta have the coffee.
Yeah. So, I mean, that stuff is huge.
So, couple questions here. The first, and maybe rather controversial, and we probably should do a reel about this. Are you a white or are you a dark meat guy?
I actually like both. I enjoy both.
Oh, but what is
So
your
when I load my
favorite?
plate up, I take a little bit of both.
Okay, who gets the big leg?
I actually if my brother comes over, I let my brother take it because I typically don't like to eat the leg.
Okay.
Like the turkey leg. Sometimes it depends because, like I said, I don't like to eat like a lot at once. And if you're eating the turkey leg,
It's
you're
true.
committing.
You're
Like, in.
committed.
Like you are committed, and you better eat that whole leg. Don't you dare! If you put that on your plate, you better eat that. Like you
This is
cannot.
true.
I don't want to say a half or any. Like you gotta eat that leg.
That's
so
fair.
You gotta know what kind of contract you're making when you take that leg. I'm sorry.
And
So
it's fair.
and it's a contract I don't think I can fulfill. So I normally leave the leg.
Okay.
If at the end no one takes the leg for leftovers and all that, then what I do is that I will take the leg apart and put it in with like because I
Sure.
usually make like a turkey pot pie or you know, of course the after Thanksgiving sandwich, which
Of
you
course.
gotta do. But I will say that I am like I guess maybe I'll say I prefer the white meat, but I do like to have some of the dark meat too. Like I like mixing it on my plate. I
Okay.
think the dark meat is better in the potatoes, though. I will tell you that. Like I love mixing the dark meat in with the potatoes, the mashed potatoes.
I think that's one way of stomaching dark meat.
So why don't you like the dark meat?
I think it's slimy.
Slimy.
So I have this constant fear that I'm going to get poisoned by my food.
Right.
So I want it to be killed over and over and over. And the only signs of death to me are dryness and meat. So to me, if I feel like the white meat is more dry, and that makes me mentally feel better that I can commit to a piece of meat and not get sick. Are there any therapists listening?
I love that I think you need a food taster because I think we have to back up a little bit because you have a psychological problem with you constantly think you're going to get poisoned from food. So it's either you think you're going to be food poisoned or someone's actually poisoning your food like in medieval times. So they have to have a food taster taste it in case they're going to kill the king or queen.
I mean, I'd hate to have someone take the blow for me, but I mean,
But somebody has to do that job.
If it's a job, it's a job. I know. I'm taking therapist recommendations. The more we do this show today, I realize I'm gonna need some help. Send them my way.
So if you're a therapist, just join the Chris and Amanda Show Facebook group,
Oh
a
my God.
backstage group, and you can help put your therapist recommendations in there because Amanda needs some therapy. Because as we've learned on the show, Amanda's in constant fear of being poisoned by her food.
So, yes.
She looks like, but yet you eat a ton of Taco Bell and you're afraid of
You
food.
don't see,
Not saying a Taco Bell is food poisoning, however.
well, okay, let's be fair. There's usually an outcome when Taco Bell is digested. And I think if you're prepared for that outcome, you're prepared. Like when you eat normal food, you don't want to have that same outcome, maybe.
Right.
So, like, there's flaws in my issues. There's definitely flaws. I'm not perfect. Although, quick Taco Bell story, went there the other day. I was like, I'm going to get one $1 item.
Okay.
One $1 item.
Just one.
Just one. I committed myself to one item.
Is that the beef taco? Chicken taco?
Like the cheesy burrito one that's on the dollar
burrito?
menu here. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it was $1 menu item. So I pull into Taco Bell, no line. I'm like, this is my day. I pull up to the thing. I'm like, I would like, and he's like, I'm sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but our systems are down and we can't place any orders. But if you would like coupons, pull up to the second window. Heck yeah, I want coupons. I squeal up to the second window. He hands me 3 coupons for free tacos. So life was telling me that day, you don't need that burrito, but you can have some tacos in the future. 3 to be exact. I mean, I would have been happy with 1, but he gave me 3. I was like, you're amazing. Have a great day.
This is our lucky day. This is your lucky day.
This was me winning that day.
You won.
I won.
I love it.
So yeah, Taco Bell. If you want to be a sponsor, come to the Chris and Amanda Show.
Yes, we're accepting applications for new sponsorships. So yes, Taco Bell, if you'd like to become a sponsor of the #1 show in the UK, you will agree to be a sponsor.
Oh my gosh. All because of the Stretchy Pants song by Carrie Underwood.
Yes.
We get so rabbit holed.
Which Dave Mattingly is saying, go beyond Stretchy Pants with Laura Love's Mabute.
Oh, so I didn't read it as that. I really need better English skills. Mabute. Oh, that's fun.
That's fun. That might be on your list.
That might be.
Yeah.
Mabute.
Mabute.
I'm gonna Google machine Mabute when this is all over. Dave, your suggestions are fantastic.
So my turkey rating for
Stretchy Pants.
Carrie Underwood Stretchy Pants. I do. I think that this absolutely belongs in every playlist because I mean, once again, Stretchy Pants are I think a requirement for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
So I will give this song 5 turkeys. Plus, also, there was a charitable, when this song was released last year, there was a charitable portion to the song, which I really love. And I think that's also, once again, it's a huge part of the holiday. And I love that she was doing all the streaming and download proceeds went to a store in Nashville-based organization that provides free shopping for families in need. And that's a store is co-founded by Brad Paisley and Kimberly Williams Paisley.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah. So, and I love that it's called The Store. That's the name of it. So I also love that that's where the money went for this. So it was also a charity song as well. So I thought that was very cool.
I love when gifted people who strike fortune do good things with their money. It's not a necessity. I mean, people can do what they wish with their money, but when they do special things like that, because it takes a lot of work, not just money, but a lot of work. And I just think when people have that heart, it's so great.
Yes, I agree 100%.
I'm thankful for that this Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for you, Amanda Sharp.
I'm thankful for you, Chris Baglio, and our show and all of our listeners.
Yes, I'm thankful for everybody that hangs out with us every single week live and everybody who listens and downloads the show. It's great. It's amazing. We honestly, it's kind of beyond our wildest dreams. So we really appreciate all of you for everybody's support because We do the show because we absolutely love doing the show, but it's really about the audience and everybody who participates. And for those of you that take the time to listen to the show, that really make it all worthwhile. So, yes, we appreciate each and every one of you. So, thank you all so much for supporting the Chris and Amanda show.
Absolutely. And thank you to our sponsor, Campsite Bio. We are so appreciative of you. I mean, what can we say?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want a blazing fast bio link that you can totally make your way, campsite.bio is absolutely the place where you have to be. Over 200,000 other creators are using campsite.bio. So if you want to convert more followers into customers, campsite.bio is definitely what you need to be using. So sign up now, go to campsite.bio, use the link in our show notes immediately. That will allow you to sign up for a free account, or you can use the discount code that's also in the show notes to get $10 off your pro plan. Check out campsite.bio, who we're incredibly grateful for. So thank you, campsite.bio, for all of your support.
Absolutely. Oh, what a fun show. I'm in the holiday spirit for Thanksgiving now.
Are you? Good.
I am. It's kind of snuck up really fast.
It did sneak up really fast. I will admit that. Yeah, because it was like, I don't know, all of a sudden it was like Halloween, and then it was like, okay, hey, it's Thanksgiving. And it's like, whoa, wait, we're hosting. Yes, that's right. Man, I gotta get my button gear. I actually took the turkey out to defrost today. So
yes, and here's your reminder. If you haven't done so yet, do so.
Yes, absolutely. Defrost that turkey. It takes
that...
way longer than you think.
My friend who is a culinary art expert, like she had, if it's from this pound to this pound, like just order pizza. Like it's not going to defrost in time.
So true. It's so true. Absolutely true. So, so Amanda, real quick before we, do you cook a turkey? Do you cook the turkey in the house? Who cooks the turkey?
So Marcus smokes the turkey. It constantly, year after year, is never done on time though. So I say I need it to be done by this time, knowing it needs to spend another hour in the oven. So I always buffer that time in there. Right. And then I usually do all the sides, is what I do. Nice. But that smoked, it's enough in the smoked, because he does like the charcoal with the ring and stuff. Yeah. Like it's quite the art, but it's cold here. Although it's warmer this year, maybe it'll get done in time. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted. And you, Chris?
I also smoked a turkey as well. We got a smoker, a pellet grill smoker, a couple of years back, and so I smoked the turkey. Traditionally, we used to cook the turkey, but we always do a bacon braid on top of it.
It's beautiful.
So we braid it in bacon, and we normally would cook in the oven, but now that we have the smoker, we've been smoking it. So I do a bacon braid, throw it on a smoker, and then I usually will sometimes throw it in the oven for the last hour, depending on where the temp is at. Last year I got it all the way through and it came out perfect. I didn't have to stick it in the oven at all. So that was really cool. And what else do we do? Oh, and we brine the turkey as well. I don't know if you get into the brining, but we brine the turkey. So I defrost it and I brine it for a day. Nice. And then I get up early on Thanksgiving morning and stick it on the smoker.
Do you watch the parade still?
Yes. Kinda. So it's on.
It's on. Yeah.
Because all I want to see is Santa Claus come down at the end.
And that's when Chris says, that's when Christmas season starts.
That's when Christmas season starts.
It's very clear to Chris.
It's very clear. When Santa Claus comes, and that's the real Santa, by the way.
There you go.
That is 100% real Santa. Comes down 6th Ave in New York at the end of the parade. It's officially Christmas season. And you can listen to Christmas music or holiday music, whatever you want. That's the official start of the Christmas holiday season.
Very reasonable. Very reasonable.
Because that's the real Santa. So
it makes complete sense.
Listen, Miracle on 34th Street had it right. So
good movie.
There you go.
Good show.
That's
Good
it.
show.
Yeah. So that's our show, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate all of you. And, let us know what you think. Of what songs did we leave out? What songs should be added to the playlist? Go to our Facebook group. Feel free to join the group completely free. Or you can give us a call. Leave us a voicemail, 973-506-8009. 973-506-8009. Hit that +1 if you're dialing outside the United States. And we look forward to hearing from you guys. We all hope that if you're celebrating a Thanksgiving holiday, we hope that you enjoy it. If you're not celebrating it, well, we hope you have an awesome rest of the week and enjoy it. And make sure you're surrounded by friends and family because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Any final words, Amanda Sharp?
There's nothing else to say after that.
Nothing else to say. Oh, and make sure you check out our Spotify playlist, our
Yeah, well,
Thanksgiving
there's that.
playlist. Yeah, check that out.
Check that out.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much. And we will see you next week for another live edition of the Chris and Amanda Show. Bye.
Have a great week, everyone.